Welcome to the Ripley Way, a podcast brought to you by Ripley Valley State Secondary College. I'm your host, Nathan Meredith. On this very special live edition of the podcast, we examine our fortnightly PBL focus. I show perseverance through my commitment to representing our school. I talk to Year 8 students Campbell and Hayley, along with Mr. Clifford, our Year 8 and School Sports Coordinator. So tune in and listen up as we do things the Ripley Way. Mr. Clifford, welcome to the Ripley Way.
Thanks for having me, Mr. Meredith.
Now, you're a man of many talents and many hats at the moment. You're our Year 8 year coordinator, so you're in charge of our Year 8's welfare and exciting PBL stuff in particular. You look at our school sports because you're our school sport coordinator, so you coordinate our swimming carnivals, our athletics carnival, and our cross country, which is coming up in week 10. You are also the district secretary for Yagara Sport. You do lots of things.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I thought I'd come to you this week because our PBL focus for the week is all about showing perseverance. And our focus in particular is I show perseverance through my commitment to representing our school. So that's something that you'd be familiar with and something that you'd look after. What does that look like for you and for our students?
Look, we obviously look at particularly perseverance a lot. And for me, there's two phases of it. There's one, which is like our pre-season stuff, which when we're training, it's showing up to trainings, even when assessments come in and, we're so busy, it's about managing our time and making sure that we're holding into our commitments and persevering by coming to training as well as giving it our best.
Well, it can be a challenge getting up at 5 in the morning to get there for rad training and before those after school and before school stuff. There's a lot going on, so that is perseverance straight out from the gate. Yeah,
that's correct. And then secondly, and probably our biggest one at the moment, just coming out of Yagara, is that perseverance on the field. Especially with days like Yagara where we play for the whole day. You're playing 7 or 8 games, and it's hot and you're getting frustrated because you're making mistakes, not letting our emotions get the better of us, persevering when things get hard and just keep trying to be part of that team.
Yeah, and that team is doing our school proud. And that representation on the field is a really big thing. It's an honour to be part of those teams. It's an even bigger honour to be playing in those tournaments. Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time today. I appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us today on the podcast, our PBL podcast, a special live edition. We're recording live from our open day. I've got Hayley and I've got Campbell joining us today. Our focus for PBL this week is I show perseverance through my commitment to representing our school. Now, you two both represent our school at various levels. Campbell, I'll throw to you. You've represented our school actually at our local council chambers where you've presented to council. How did you show your perseverance when you were representing the school there? Because I imagine presenting to the council would have been pretty daunting.
Yeah, it was hard, but it was easier because I did end up going last. So I get to watch everyone else before me go. So
that kind of like perseverance allowed you to, calm yourself and center yourself before you got there and presented? Okay. And how did you feel about your commitment to representing your school at such an awesome scale?
I felt pretty special.
Yeah, it's a pretty unique experience. Not many high school kids get to represent themselves at a school level. Now, Hayley, you also have shown perseverance and contributed to our community. Do you want to talk about that? So you're in one of our excellence academies, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So how do you show your perseverance commitment to representing our school?
Like I said, I'm in the Excellence Academy, so I'm very focused on my grades and how I achieve those, especially when it comes to actually being in the Ignite elective itself. We are always working together as a team. And I do enjoy that, while sometimes it can be quite difficult learning everyone else's strengths and weaknesses and how we can build that together as a team to produce the final product, and how much we love to showcase that.
Yeah, because you want to show your best efforts, particularly as a student, but also like your efforts represent the school in a way because your outcomes are what the school is producing, you're producing that for them.
Yeah.
So when you're in those team environments, not only inside the Excellence Academy, but in class in general, it can be one of those tricky things working with different people. Yeah. How do you show your perseverance in trying to understand what's going on?
I always do try and take initiative sometimes, as well being sometimes as a female, I kind of like to do that. But besides that, I do always try and make sure that I understand each one of my team members and how they work in comparison to how I work, and try and just build off that and make sure that we work together and we produce something that our school can be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. That's some really sage words. Thank you so much for your time today, you two, and enjoy the rest of your open day.
Thank you.
Thanks to all those who joined me on the pod today. Mr. Clifford, Hayley and Campbell. If you'd like to find out more about our college, you You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or at our website ripleyvalleyssc.eq.edu.au. Our theme music was Spark of Inspiration by Shane Ivers. You can find more of their work on silvermansounds.com. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to tune in next time as we do things the Ripley way.